Hi, welcome to Mrs. Park's Algebra 1 class. This is Chapter 7, Lesson 5, Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. So why? Alright, from 2000 to 2003, sales in millions of dollars in rap/hip-hop music R and country music C in the United States can be modeled by the following equations, where T is the number of years since 2000. So you have R here, and you have C here. The total music sales T of rap, hip-hop music, and country music is R plus C. So when you have situations like this and equations where you have to add these polynomials, we'll learn how to do that in this section. Okay. So adding polynomials involves adding like terms. You can group like terms by using a horizontal or vertical format. Okay, so here we go. A horizontal method is 2x squared plus 5x minus 7 plus 3 minus 4x squared plus 6x. Okay, so horizontal method, you're going to add just the like terms. So you see the like terms in the same color, red and red. They have the like terms x squared. Blue has the x, and green is just the constant. So you can regroup it so that you have the color codes. So 2x squared plus negative 4x squared, 5x plus 6x, negative 7 plus 3. So when you combine the like terms, 2x squared plus negative 4x becomes negative 2x squared, 5x plus 6x becomes 11x, negative 7 plus 3 becomes negative 4, and there's your final answer. You can also use the vertical method where you line up the like terms and go vertically. So 2x minus 4x, negative 2x, 5x plus 6x, 11x, negative 7 plus 3, negative 4, and you still get the same answer. Whichever your preference is, you can use either or. Okay. Oops. All right. Here's another example. If you have these polynomials that you want to add, you can use the horizontal method. Here we go. You're going to line up all the like terms. So you have y to the third and 2y to the third. And that's a positive, so you're going to add 2 to the third, y to the third plus 2y to the third together. Okay. And then you have the next degree is 4y squared. And that's the only one here, so you're going to leave 4y squared by itself. Okay. Next, let's see. You have 3y minus 4y. 3y, or you can say plus negative 4y, is here. And last, you have the constant by itself. Negative 5 plus 8 is here. So now you have the like terms together. So next you're going to simplify them or combine them. Y to the third plus 2y to the third. Now there is an imaginary 1 here, so 1y third plus 2y third makes it 3y to the third. 4y squared didn't have any other like terms, so it stays the same. 3y plus negative 4y becomes negative y. Negative 5 plus 8, positive 3. Again, you can do the vertical method where you line up everything that has in common. And we lined up the blue here. Now the red, it didn't have any other like terms, so they put 0y to the second. You really don't need to put that there, you can just have it blank. And then you had your 3y minus 4y, and then you had your constant. Okay, so go ahead, try 1A and 1B. Again, you can do it any way you like, vertical or horizontal, whichever your preference is, you'll still get the same answer. Alright, when you're subtracting polynomials, Recall that you can subtract a real number by adding its opposite or an additive inverse. Similarly, you can subtract a polynomial by adding its additive inverse. To find the additive inverse of a polynomial, write the opposite of each term in the polynomial. So when you're subtracting and you have all this in the parentheses, you can actually imagine that it's a distributive property. So what I mean by that is, let's put it as a -1 there. So you're going to distribute -1 to each one. That will change all the signs. So you'll be adding everything that's opposite. So -3x squared minus 2x plus 6. Okay, so you're adding the opposites, the additive inverse. All right, so when you're subtracting, again, the subtraction means you're going to add all the opposites, the additive inverse. So you have everything stay the same. You're going to turn that to a positive. You're going to add. Now you're going to change all the signs. It's -4x plus 5 and -3x squared. Now you can go ahead and add all the like terms. So you have red and red. That's the x squares together, the x's and the numbers. And when you combine them, here you have -x squared minus 6x plus 8. Same method, you can do vertical method. Now when you're subtracting, you're going to add the opposite numbers. And you still get your same answer here. Okay. Here's another example. Horizontal method. Instead of subtracting, you're going to add the opposite, the additive inverse. Combine the like terms. You can use the vertical method. Here, there wasn't a p to the third power in the second part, so they left it blank. So you add and you use all the opposites of it, and you still get your same answer here. Okay. So go ahead, try 2a and 2b. Again, you can use any vertical or horizontal method you like, whatever you prefer. But make sure when you're subtracting, you're adding the opposite, the additive inverse. Okay, let's try now a word problem. Consumer electronics. An electronics store is starting to track sales of cell phones and digital cameras. The equations below represent the number of cell phones P and the number of digital cameras C sold in M months. So you have P here, number of cell phones, number of months is M, so plus the number that they sold. Alright, so you have an equation here for P and C. Write an equation for the monthly sales T of cameras, of phones and cameras. So you're going to combine the phone sales and the camera sales and represent that as T. So here you have 7M plus 4M, which became 11M. And then you have your numbers here, 137 plus 78 became 215. So T equals, here's your new equation combined. Use the equation to predict the number of cell phones and digital cameras sold in 10 months. So instead of M, you can substitute that for 10 and then find out, when you simplify, it will be 325. Okay, this is the last slide, your turn number 3. Use the information above to write an equation that represents the difference in the monthly sales of cell phones and the monthly sales of digital cameras. Use the equation to predict the difference in monthly sales in 24 months. So the information they're talking about is this information right here. Okay? So use that information to do number 3. And once you're done, make sure you put that in your book bag to get credit for your homework. And thanks for watching.